Hello, everybody. Welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble and on Patreon for extra support. Any kind of updates and such, I usually go about on Twitter X. Yesterday, I did manage to publish a Jusa episode. Tomorrow will be another one, and then probably Friday, I will be able to publish Lone Far Sales, if not mistaken, that's the name of the game demo. I did manage to record, and probably Friday will be published there. Yeah, other than that, complete the gameplay series here on the main page of the channel. Let's go to the news. Not much happening, at least that caught my attention. We got, interesting enough, some specs for the 9060 XT. Mainly, the highlight is the clocks here. Again, we all know that comparatively with the Navi 48, the Navi 44 XT, which is again belongs to the 9060 XT, it's kind of a half in terms of stream processor or cores, let's say. But the boost clocks did do really go up above mainly through the previous generation. Sorry about that. And also, in terms of memory specs, it's going to be in line with the 5060 Ti, so 8 gigabytes and 16 gigabytes. The difference is, of course, it's going to be GDDR6 instead of GDDR7 on the 5060 Ti. Again, I really don't know why NVIDIA, for what we can call the entry level per se, in terms of their own GPUs, they didn't put something on like a GDDR6 or 6X to cut down a little bit price there, because GDDR7 is kind of a new memory that is being implemented on GPUs. It's a little bit more expensive in terms of manufacturing, and that will reflect on the price of the cards. And again, I don't see like huge advantage of having a faster memory for this lower end GPUs or entry level GPUs. And I think it would help to cut down in terms of cost there. Usually we see this kind of GPUs aiming for 1080p, supposedly 60 frames per second, round about that. I don't know, medium to high end graphic settings, and try to be I don't know, performant on that level. I don't see a huge amount seeing again. The only thing that I can see that might be of useful, something useful for this higher speeds, I don't know how much it affects on the technology side of things, like upscalers and even the fake frames generation there. But yeah, it's interesting to see that the Radeon GPU is going to achieve more higher clocks, which is something interesting to see how well that will be in terms of comparison between the performance between the AMD and, of course, the 5060 Ti GPU from NVIDIA. In terms of price, we don't have anything. Again, we people are expecting this to be, I don't know, more information, or at least official information from both in about 3 weeks, I assume. But yeah, hopefully this will be more budget friendly in terms of what they try to achieve. Again, I don't count that the GeForce cards was going to be uh, more budget friendly. Um, Again, if they are trying to maintain at least the same prices that the previous generations, probably will be see 4060 5060 Ti, sorry, the 16 gigabytes variants aiming around almost to $500. Again, we can discount here the supposed MSRP. Again, NVIDIA GPUs, and to a certain extent, drag also the AMD GPUs to not be at MSRP, especially the AIB modules. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how this goes, how well it performs, if it has a good real price or not. But yeah, interesting. These new AMD GPUs are better price to performance comparatively with the Nvidia, even at the real price. But yeah, if you're aiming for the high end, I think you'll be well served with the 9070 XT if you've managed to find it as close to MSRP as you can. Um, there is no a lot of issues, especially regarding black screens and the driver compatibilities, and having the chance of encountering missing ROPs or something like that. And the fact that, again, in this next article, probably not seeing any kind of missing pins on the GPU connector, which is an update from, I think, yesterday I covered this. A melting cable happened on the RTX 5070 non-TI, and we got an update from the user itself. At the time, we did manage to zoom in here, and we assumed that was a band pin or something like that, of bad insertion probably. But no, it's really a missing pin. He did, I don't know, with a magnifying glass or something like that. But yeah, there is a missing pin. This comes from the manufacturer like this. Again, this is not acceptable, let's say. Again, it's the continuation of, I will have to assume, lack of quality control from AIBs and even NVIDIA. Again, even though it's just a pin, it did manage to, even at lower demanding power requirements from the 5070, which hovers around 250 watts, if not mistaken, or something like that. Yeah, just about 250 watts. It did manage to induce the cable to be melted, which is not good. Again, I don't know why we didn't see an adoption of failsafe of I don't know, a power balancing module on the GPUs there, to try and maintain and stabilize the demanding of the power. So for each cable, again, this 12-volt power pin is not a good design. It can be mitigated with this, what we can call a power module, of trying to balance the power between all the cables there. I think it's a better solution, given that adopting and starting from scratch will be preferable to starting from scratch in a new power delivery system, or connector, or whatever you want to call it. Similar, at least something as reliable as the 8 PCI Express pins that we've been seeing since forever. I think it's something more in those lines that would be preferable. But I think with they came at the gate, basically, I will assume 99% of the issues that we've been seeing, from melting connectors, melting cables, even resolving the situation with bad insertion. I think that the same system that you have in terms of clip holding mechanism that the 8 power and 6 power PCI pins connectors provide, I think it will be something more desirable there, than the system that to the 12-volt power pin do provide at this moment in time. Then on gaming side, we got finally Forever Skies has launched version 1.0, so the full game is already launched. It's been in early access since June 22, 2023. I've been following up here and there of the updates that the game page on Steam did launch. They took a lot of feedback and they did improve. And again, even on the preview side of things, on the early access, the reviews that people were doing, they were very positive. Again, some issues here and there. The game was not completed, of course, in terms of the story, overarching story, but the mechanics were very interesting. And it seems that they now are ready to be open to the reviews of the full game. I will expect, again, this is not that there are going to be some updates here and there, but yeah, it's finally out, and there is. I think I got it on the gaming deals. It has a early bird, let's say, of the full release, 20% discount, if not mistaken. I think I put it here on the gaming deal side of the video here. But yeah, it's out. And then lastly, we got an interesting thing. I completely missed the tease that was announced a few months back, I think. There is going to be supposedly turn-based tactics game from Star Wars IP. It's called Zero Company. Again, even if it is a skin of an XCOM kind of a game, I think that could be done a lot of stuff that might be interesting here. Again, we don't have a release date. Supposedly, this is going to be have a dedicated panel on Star Wars Celebration, which is an event for everything regarding Star Wars. Supposedly, it's going to happen on April 19th from 16:30 to, it's like an hour panel for sorry, Jesus, 4 p.m. Uh, give or take. Again, I will try to see if it is something interesting. Um, Again, from Star Wars, again, I'm not a huge lore enthusiast. I like the original trilogy. The prequels are pretty decent. The the episodes 7 to 9 are not that good, to say the least. But yeah, in terms of everything Star Wars regarding, it's usually about the movies. I watched a little bit of Star Wars Rebels or something like that, the animated series was interesting, and even the games, Star Wars Jedi, the Fallen Order, and Survivor, are pretty decent. I quite enjoy it. Again, aside from a lot of the technical issues that between the two games that can detract a little bit. But other than that, the story, the gameplay, and all that jazz are pretty satisfying and positive. But yeah, hopefully this game will be something interesting to see. Again, we don't see a lot of good turn-based battle games like XCOM, kind of a thing there. Hopefully they can complement and try to experiment certain things here. I don't know how well can be done, uh, taking advantage of the Star Wars franchise on that. But yeah, I will try to keep my eyes open for this one. But yeah, this is it regarding news. Not much happening here. Let's for some gaming deals. We got some stuff from my library. We got Balatro, 10% off. I do recommend this game. I don't play too much on PC. I play it mostly on my cell phone, but yeah, it's a pretty good game if you like this kind of card games. But yeah, it's what I got to say here. In terms of they got also Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. It's 85% off at this moment in time. And the sequel also, Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I usually do recommend Digital Deluxe Edition. You got some extra stuff there that compensates on the game itself. And I do recommend these games. Also, we got Tomb Keeper. Got a demo here if you want to try it out. And it's 60% off. Again, if you like this kind of games, single player with some roguelike elements there and wave and kind of a tower defense gameplay systems and some mining, of course, I think this is a pretty good one. Then we got Planet of Lana, stamp of approval for my part. I did a gameplay series on this one. You can check it out, at least the first episode, to have an idea what this game is about. So it's a side-scroller puzzler kind of a game here. Again, got a stamp of approval and it's 55% off. We got Slay the Spire. Again, we can call it almost the OG of resurgence of Delk builders with some roguelike elements there. Again, 66% off. I do recommend this game. I played a lot and I did enjoy very much what I played here. Then we got, again, XCOM 2. This is the collection bundle. I do recommend buying the entirety of the collection. It's more easy on the mods if you want to mod the game there. But I do recommend playing the first go in the vanilla, and then subsequent follow-up runs could be starting to mess around with some mods here and there. It gives a lot of variety of what you can experience on this game. On my wish list, we got Breath Edge, kind of a short game, but it's very interesting, very positive feedback. It's always been something that one of these days will try out, and it's 75% off. We got also Journey. I did play this game on console many years ago. I did enjoy very much. It's a stamp of approval recommendation from my part, and it's 67% off. We got Aliens Dark Descent. This is more real-time strategy, not turn-based. I usually don't like too much real-time strategy, but again, it's an Aliens game. Very positive feedback from everybody that played, and it's 60% off. Then we got also Dredge, again, Lovecraftian environment here, overwhelming positive reviews. We got some gameplay mechanics regarding, I think, roguelike. We got some story there, the fishing thing there. It seems very interesting. It's one of those that I really want to try out one of these days. And then lastly, we got again, Forever Skies, again, it's 20% off. So it's a relatively cheap. Again, mostly positive. I think it has to do still with the early access stuff there. People trying to give some feedback for updates and optimizations there. But again, the game, it's pretty much seems pretty good. Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you here. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up here with a plug on my Patreon for extra support. This extra support is more in line for me to be able to get better storage solution, so I can have backups of stuff that I do for my clients, and of course some extra storage for the videos that I do for the channel. And with all that said, I hope you have a wonderful day. Now I'll see you in the next one. So until then, Kunami Master out.